All right, all right, all right. Time for the next topic, man. I know, man, there's been a lot of discourse, man, about fixing the NBA All Star game. Now, I have an unorthodox way to fix the NBA All Star game. No guarantee it'll help. No guarantee at all. But I just want to put my thoughts out there, put my thoughts in the atmosphere. I don't know if anyone will see it. Hopefully, it'll get implemented. And, I think, in my opinion, this would make for a more interesting NBA All Star game. So, to fix the NBA All Star game, man, I want to up the competitiveness. And we always get All Star snubs. So, the first thing I'm going to change is it's not by conference anymore. It's not East versus West. And it's not you pick the players on your team. Teams are based by division. Now you might be like, John, how are you going to have an all-star game with teams based by division? You're going to have 6 teams. You're supposed to have a tournament, a 6-team tournament or something? Full NBA games? There's not enough time for that. Bear with me, man. Let me cook, man. Trust the process, man. Trust the process, man. Teams are based by division with 10 players per divisional team. So each team, so let's say 6 divisions, 60 players will make the All Star game. Guaranteed. 60 players will make the All Star game. That'll be good for people's contracts. Hey, made it to the All Star game, stuff like that. One player per NBA association is guaranteed on a team. So the Raptors are guaranteed. So, like, let's say for the Southeast Division, Magic have a guaranteed player, Heat guaranteed, Hawks guaranteed, Hornets and Wizards. So we're talking Paolo, Jimmy, Trae Young, LaMelo, and Kuzma. Guaranteed to make the All-Star game because they'll represent their organization. And one player on the divisional team is guaranteed to be determined by fan vote. So if there's a player that was already going to make it by media voting, it's this next person down. Whoever gets the most fan votes per division is guaranteed to be on the team. So, no. One spot is determined by fan vote, and then you're going to have the other 5 determined by, what's that called? By just the best player on the team or whatever. And then the remaining 4, I don't care how it's determined. Maybe you're just picking people with the most votes, the media picks. I could care less. 10 players per team, 60 total All-Stars. And you're like, so there's going to be 6 teams, John? What are you going to do? Hold up, man. Here's what I'm going to throw you for the ringer. 10 teams in an All-Star game. Now you're like, John, these dudes are going to play all weekend or something, man? What's going on, man? 10 teams in the All-Star game? Let me tell you, man. Let me keep on going. Y'all gotta trust the process. Y'all gotta stay with me. Y'all gotta bear with me, man. 10 teams, because we're gonna add 4 more teams. The G League All Stars. So the best 10 players in the G League, determined by NBA scouts, fan vote. I don't know. I don't care how the G League players are determined. The 10 best rookies, so the 10 best G Leaguers, 10 best rookies, 10 best sophomores in the league, and a fully fan voted team. So no matter what conference you're in across the whole NBA, the 10 people voted in by the NBA that get the most votes that didn't make the All-Star team will be on the fan vote team, fans choice team. Now, it will be a tournament style, a 10-team bracket. And so, like, for the 8th spot, there'll be a play-in. The G League stars will play the rookie stars. And the 7th seed spot will be a play-in. Sophomore stars play the fan vote team. So you're like, John, how are you going to play 9 games in a 10-team bracket? How are you going to play 9 games in one All-Star weekend? Well, here's where my change comes in, bro. It's half-court games to 15, bro. Single elimination half-court games. Now, you might come to me and say, John, why am I gonna sit here and watch a half-court game of basketball? Well, I think the one thing in the NBA All-Star game that messes it up is it's too much people getting it off the break, people not trying in the half court. I think what you got to do is condense the court and force people to play defense. If it's half court and people are playing lazy defense, people are going to be getting fried in the one-on-one. You see, All-Star game right now, people dribble it across half. People are trotting. People are spaced out. People are kind of hugging their matchup. But if we're only playing the 15 half-court games, 16-second shot clock, if somebody's getting blown by over and over again, you can sub them out. If they don't want to be there, sub them out. They don't got to play. Sub them out. They don't got to play. I would try to stress competitiveness by me as a commissioner saying, bro, it's not even a full court game. It's shell drill. It's half court. Half court, 16-second shot clock. You can't lock in on defense for a 16-second shot clock, a game that's 15. Okay, John, we're playing a 15. I respect that. How's it going to be? It's going to be on ones and threes. Now, I might say, John, ones and threes, that'll make no sense. Ones is every shot in the normal NBA. So a three-pointer is worth one. Free throws worth one. Layup worth one. Mid-range worth one. Just like back in the day. Back in the 60s and 70s when I don't know when it changed the three-point line. I'm not a basketball savant. I don't know all that. But I would change everything is worth one. So you got to have 15 makes. But I would add a 4-point line. No corner threes. But I would have a 4-point line. And the 4-point line is pushed way back like 2016 Curry range, Dame range. 4-point line. And you might say, okay, 4-point line? Yeah, but it's only worth 3 points. Only worth 3 points. So you can hit 5 quote-unquote 4-pointers that are only worth 3 points. Or you got to hit 15 tough shots. And I think for me as a fan, I'm going to be like, okay, I could get behind it because you're looking at 9 games. There's going to be 15 makes a game. And I would hope as a commissioner, in a half-court setting where people are already going to be set up on defense. So somebody's already set up on defense and they care about basketball in the least, knowing, hey, I'm only playing to 15. That's where I stress it. I'm like, guys, y'all are only playing the 15. Now you might be like, John, it's going to mess up all the All-Star game records. Throw the records out. It doesn't, I forgot, wasn't it Paul George? He set the NBA's All-Star game scoring record? Let me look it up. Yeah, y'all boy got to bear with me. LeBron James scored the most points all time. Oh, Tatum said it? Yeah, Tatum put 55 up in 2023. 80 put up 52. We don't care about the stats no more. Let Tatum have the record. And you can still mark it up based on 2s and 3s, what the value of the points really would have been. It doesn't matter to me as much. I think half-court games, and you look at the records, I don't care about the records. It's really more about appearances and MVPs. An All-Star game MVP would go to the winner of the tournament. But I think half-court games to 15, everything is won. You add the 4-point line, no corner threes. 4-point line is pushed back to where they want to move the new 3-point line to. And it's worth 3 points per make. So you can either get 15 tough 1-pointers or you hit 5 deep threes. 60-second shot clock. And on a miss, you got to take it back beyond a regular NBA 3. Now, you tell me. Okay, now this is an interesting question I haven't thought of. I haven't thought of this when I was making the script. Would we take the NBA 3-point line off the court and only put the 4-point line on there? No. I think we leave the NBA 3-point line on there so we know where to take it back. That's what I'm going to say. And the other thing I'll say is it would be make it take it to 15. So it's make it take it. So if you're on offense, 16-second shot clock. You're an NBA player. It's people from your division on your team. You can say, and you get a coach from the division, a coaching staff from the number one team in the division or whatever, and you incentivize the coach, be like, hey man, we really want to win. Or maybe you get an assistant from the number one team, say, hey man, we really want to stress players hooping for real. This is your opportunity to show all NBA GMs and execs you can take a team of players and put together something so they can win. Maybe have some quick actions, get the clipboard out, make some. I think it would be a pretty decent idea, man. I know I'm rambling, I know I'm waffling around, but let me go through it real quick. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves, so I want a half court game to 15. Everything's won. 4-point line is worth 3 if you hit from the 4-point line. 16-second shot clock. It's make it, take it. On a miss, you got to take it back past the NBA 3-point line. And you have 2 games going on at once, one on each half of the court. So it might be like, John, how will that work? ESPN can do a double broadcast. You can have one game on ESPN, one game on ESPN2. But if you're there and you're in the arena, hey, it might be a little. If you're in the All-Star game, you get to watch 2 games going on at the same time. Now, I know NBA might not do that. They might have one game going on at once, kind of like Big 3 style. If it's like Big 3 style, 9 games, all to 15, would that take? That's like 12 minutes a game. Let's say 10 minutes a game. 90 minutes, men? That's an hour. We're talking at least 3 hours for the All-Star game, just straight hooping. I guess basketball lovers, basketball savants would like it. I don't know if casuals would like sitting up in the NBA arena for 3 hours watching these dudes hoop. But yeah, let me run through it quickly. As I said earlier, half-court games to 15 at a 4-point line. Everything's won. Except from the 4-point line, it's worth 3. No corner threes. 16-second shot clock. On a miss, you got to take it back past the NBA 3-point line. And it's make it, take it. And there's 10 teams. There's a team per division. There's the G League stars, rookie stars, sophomore stars, and fan vote team. They might come to me and say, John, what if somebody's on the... What if, like, Wembanyama, he's the best player on the Spurs, but he's a rookie? Well, guess what? Because they do the rookie sophomore stuff the day before, the rookie stars, and it's NBA's choice. I'm going to leave this one to the NBA. If they want to take the team that won the whatever rookie sophomore tournament and bring them over, or if they just want to take the best rookies in media rookie voting and the best sophomores by the media in the most improved category. I'm not upset with that. So that's what I think. I think, but what if a rookie or a sophomore is on the best player, one of the best players in the division? Well, they make the divisional team, and then the next rookie, sophomore, they fill in. That's the easiest way to do it. And if a rookie or sophomore team only has 8 players or 7 players, they don't have 10, that's not the worst thing in the world. The NBA teams by division need to have 10 players because people are going to want to sit, people are going to want to relax, people are going to want to rest their legs. Single elimination, 10-team bracket. G League plays rookie for the 8 seed. Whoever wins gets the 8 seed. And sophomore plays fan vote. Whoever wins gets the 7 seed. And then the other teams are ranked 1 through 6. And whoever's got the best record, the team, so like the Celtics have the best record in the NBA, I'm pretty sure. So they would get the, The Atlantic team would get the 1 seed. And then, Denver second, so Midwest would get 2. And then it would go on like that. So on and so forth. So Southeast has the division with the worst record, so they'll be at 6. So that's how I would do it. Now, if we talk about foul out, I have to bring this up. I was thinking 2 fouls per game if we're playing the 15, but then I think the refs would have too much control. 2 foul out is good because then when somebody gets a foul, you got to sub. But the refs would have maybe a little bit too much control. So maybe 3 fouls just so the refs couldn't control the game. I think 3 would be good, but 3 might be too much because, you know, then players don't, fouls don't really matter. But we'll see. Be 9 games total, as I said. Now we got to talk about compensation. Because you might come to me and say, John, NBA players still won't care if it's half court. Now, me personally, we've all hooped. A lot of times, we're not going to just let somebody score on us for free. Now, I could see lazy NBA defense, especially in a make-it-take-it setting. But if I'm a coach, if we have 4 people that are lazy and don't want to play defense, like what if you can put teammates from divisional teams on the court? I feel like people would try, bro. I think people would try just organically. But let me tell you this, I do have some rewards. So the first reward I would get through is the the division as a whole gets cash compensation. So if Northwest Division wanted, every player on every Northwest team would get money. Every person on the staff in the Northwest would get money. Simplest way. Just everybody gets played, man. I mean, everybody gets paid. Everybody from the team that wins the All-Star game, every player in the division that wins the All-Star game gets paid. Every staff member in the division of the division that wins the All-Star game gets paid. That would add a little bit of incentive for players that are just teammates. They can say, hey, I didn't make the All-Star game, but I still want to get a little bit of extra money. We don't got to go crazy as the NBA. Maybe 20 grand a player and 10 grand for the staff or so. Maybe more, maybe less. NBA, hopefully more. I think I lowballed it. And then the players that actually play, maybe they get like 80 grand. Additional 80 grand for winning the tournament. I think that's easy, NBA. Just pay. Because here's the thing, NBA. The staff members that see the NBA personnel every day, they won't be mad about getting a bonus. And NBA players, they build a relationship with the staff members. They go to the All-Star game. The staff members, like, hey, man, I wouldn't mind if you tried to win it so I could get a little bit of extra cheddar. I wouldn't be upset. The role players, hey, let's bring it home so our teammates can get paid. I think it's a decent idea. My next idea is same thing for the division that wins the All-Star game. Now, I'll talk about the other teams like the fan choice. Fans choice, we'll talk about that in the G League and the rookie sophomore. We'll talk about that. But also, let me just do the first one. For the money wise, if the fans choice team won, it would just go to the individual team. Easy. Same with rookie, same with sophomore, same with G League. G League would go to the teams. So not the whole division, just the team. If fan choice wins, and Austin Reeves is on the fan choice, and Colin Sexton on the fan choice, the Jazz alone would get paid, and the Lakers alone would get paid. It's that simple. So, the next thing, the NBA gives away 100 plus limited All-Star game jerseys to the fans of the teams in the division that won the All-Star game. Or, so let's say Austin Reeves is on Fans Choice. He's on the Fans Choice team. They give away 100 limited jerseys of Austin Reeves, 100 plus, to fans that are Lakers season ticket holders. So, why would you say this, John? It incentivizes, first off, as the NBA, it incentivizes someone getting season tickets. I know you got to be having to get season tickets, and I hate that I say season tickets. Whoever gets out, I just don't want it to go to the people in the luxury seats that barely go. At least give it to the season ticket people that care about it, or give it to the people up in the nosebleeds that could barely make it to the game. People that really care about the team. I think that. So I'm gonna just say division because we know how it would go otherwise. If the Southeast Division won, then each team in that division whose player is on the team, 100 jerseys of that player would go to that team. So let me break it down a little bit more. The Lakers win. The Pacific Division wins. Let me sit down. I'm walking and talking way too much. Pacific Division wins. The Pacific Division has LeBron and AD. 100 limited LeBron jerseys would go to Lakers season ticket holders, and 100 limited AD jerseys will go to Lakers season ticket holders. It'd be random, and people wouldn't be able to double up. And that's how I think. So as a player, hey, limited jerseys going to the fans? I think some players care about the fans enough to say, okay, we really want that limited season ticket jersey, limited All-Star game jersey. Hey, let me win, at least for the fans, for the city. And I think one more is charity donation. It goes back to money. So for each team that's in the division that wins, the NBA will make a charitable donation. No. Yeah. The organization, so let's say the Pacific wins, Clippers, Suns, Kings, Warriors, and Lakers will all choose a charity that they would want the NBA to donate to, and the NBA would donate to that charity. That would, to help the community. That'd be another thing. It's another money thing that I think the NBA could do. That's easy. So people can say, oh, LeBron wants to support his Ohio charity. The Lakers agree with it. They're like, okay, let's put NBA, we want you to invest in LeBron's I Promise School or something like that. And this is a rogue one. So this is the one I want to talk about. The team that wins the All-Star game. The division that wins the All-Star game. Now, this would only work for division. So if the fans' choice team won it, it wouldn't work. If the G League team won it, it wouldn't work. If the rookie or sophomore team won it, it wouldn't work. Now, it could work. It couldn't work with the fans. It could work with the fans' choice team, rookie and sophomore, but I'll talk about that at the end. The division that wins the All-Star game, they get automatic home court in next year's in-season tournament. So when you get to the last 4 teams in the in-season tournament per conference, the last 4 per conference, it's 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. You might have 2 teams, like how you had the Lakers and Suns from the Pacific Division. They didn't play each other, but let's say the Lakers were 1, the Lakers were 2, or the Lakers were 3 and the Suns were 4. They'd both get home court in round 1. And then let's say the Suns lost and the Lakers won. So the Lakers are the 3 seed playing the 1 seed in round 2. If they're not playing in Vegas, I don't think they're playing Vegas then. Lakers would get home court again. I think that's another thing. So people could say, hey, if I'm not playing for anything else, I'm playing so my team will get home court advantage in the next in-season tournament. And then if the in-season tournament rewards are decent, then it's a double positive. It's a double posi. So I've already rambled about this for about 24 minutes. I think I'm going to take it to 25. I hope y'all think this is a decent idea. Tell me if this is crazy. I think the gist of it is to fix the NBA All-Star game. Don't let them play full court no more. Set a target score. Make them play half court. And that's easy. Just make them play half court. I think making the game half court will stop people getting the easy fast break buckets. Will stop the lazy buckets because it's half court. Shorten the shot. And I know they get the ball past half court and get froggy. I know that. I understand that. But I just think you add the compensation and you make them play half court to 15 with a short shot clock. I think it'll assist in making the games a little bit more competitive. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Yeah, hopefully I didn't walk around too much. Y'all boys be breezy. Godspeed, ski.